Members of the Selkirk Rhinos formed a guard of honour for this eagerly awaited clash, which saw Hawick hell-bent on revenge after Selkirk came back from a 20-point deficit to win at Mansfield Park earlier in the season. As you would expect, a big crowd turned out for the derby, and to add to the spice, both teams needed a win to keep the pressure on Watsonians and Glasgow Hawks at the top of the National League table. And it was first blood to Hawick after 12 minutes, Neil Rennick kicking a penalty. Another 10 minutes went by before we had the next score, but before that we got to see some examples of real talent on show, including these skills from fullback Rennick, along with the impressive John Coots, who's already scored 9 tries this season for Hawick YM. Selkirk's Darren Clapperton bringing the move to an end. But the first try went to Selkirk, Gavin Craig going wide to Neil Darling, with Andrew Rennick barging over the gain line, and with Philiphaugh Harkness on his shoulder, the centre took play up to the Hawick 22. Ryan Crockett added a few yards before Darling stepped in to ship the ball out to Darren Clapperton. A change of direction gave Andrew Rennick another opportunity to power forward. Good recycling from the suitors gave Mike McVie clean ball. Out to Gavin Craig, and fullback Rory Banks knew exactly what was coming here. A planned move which has been used a lot by Selkirk, and a well-deserved touchdown for the youngster to put his team in front, with McVie converting. Neil Rennick then kicked 2 penalties for Hawick, including this effort from 40 metres. A good piece of play from Hawick just before the break saw Keith Davis get a free run down the park to take play inside the Selkirk 22. Scott Hendry and Gavin Craig defending well at the back. But Greg Cottrell shifted the ball out to Rory Hutton. Not the greatest pass to Gary Johnston, but Lee Armstrong was on hand to clean up, and John Coots was in support to charge to the line. Matt Kissick was in the right place to intercept, Rory Banks clearing the danger. Hawick's Matt Landels and Selkirk's Andrew Rennick both received yellow cards in the first half, but one other in the second would prove costly for Selkirk. But more of that in a minute. Let's show you one of the best tries, though, of the game. McVie put up an excellent Gary Owen. Quick release out to Neil Rennick. Already we've shown you what he's capable of, and you can see how well he dealt with the attentions of Philiphaugh Harkness and Darren Clapperton before sending Armstrong on his way. Clapperton still there to make things difficult for Hawick as he set his radar on stopping Keith Davis, but captain Greg Cottrell was up to take the scoring pass, and despite Harkness's efforts, the try was good. The turning point in the game came on 50 minutes, Gordon Patterson going into contact, trying to recycle the ball. But Matt Landels appeared to be in the way, and in the traditions of a border derby, a good old-fashioned shoeing from Neil Darling to try and release the ball. The referee seemed happy enough. He gave Selkirk a penalty, but his assistant stepped in and Darling was given a yellow, which turned to red after some back chat. And things got worse for Selkirk when Keith Davis intercepted a Scott Hendry pass to run in for a try. It was his 9th try in all competitions this season, and despite scoring in the corner, it was another immaculate kick from Neil Rennick, which stretched the lead to 23-7. But Selkirk are not a team to give up, despite playing for half an hour with 14 men, and the next try deservedly went to them. They worked the ball deep into Hawick territory and sent it wide. Ross Nixon found Philiphaugh Harkness, Angus Duckett and Matt Kissick involved, and Clapperton taking the scoring pass for his 7th try of the season, and bringing them back into the match and to within spitting distance of at least a bonus point. Hawick prop Sean Muir has been superb for the Greens all season, and he nearly got on the score sheet with this effort. After getting past Lewis McLennan, he had Harkness to beat, but he put a foot in touch and it didn't count. Selkirk had a defensive scrum moments later, but with a man short in the pack, they struggled to control it, and when the ball popped out, Gary Johnston was alert to jump in and claim the try, again converted by Rennick. Hawick were targeting a bonus point in this game, and they got it when Cottrell passed to Rory Hutton. Quick hands to Scott McLeod, who came off the bench to cross the line, and fancying his chances against the Romanian Kat Grauer, he dotted the ball down under the posts. Rennick put his personal tally up to 17 for the day, and the 5 points were virtually in the bag. No danger of Hawick taking their foot off the gas though, and from well inside their own half, their backs produced this sparkling piece of rugby, with Lee Armstrong bursting through into space, with support from Rennick and Graham Anderson. But McVie put in a try-saving tackle. Selkirk were very unlucky not to get a consolation try right at the end. Harkness was over the line but was held up. The referee appeared to give the score, but on advice from his assistant ruled it out, and that turned out to be the last play of a very exciting game.
Well, Rory, reaction first of all to that, a bit of revenge from Mansfield Park.
Aye, big time revenge. We let a healthy lead slip up the last time, so to get 5 points a day, that's what we're aiming for, and to catch the top two teams above us, so pleased.
You know, they came, they were hungry, we kind of sat off, we got lazy towards the end, and kind of cost us dearly in the end. I mean, kind of we're in there, chins up, it's always next week, but it's tough when you get beat like that after the kind of run we've been on.
Still very much in the promotion race?
Yep, very much so. We've got them Hawks and Watonians at home, so it's in our hands really. If we can keep winning, then we're going to be up there.
Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome to Tile Style.
For a unique customer experience, come to the Border's #1 tile showroom.
So remember, do it with Tile Style.